Hey guys, Rogorn here, welcome back to the channel, and today we got ourselves a doozy. This is known as one of the worst gaming handhelds of all time. This is known as the game.com, gamecom. It's gamecom, don't you forget that. This, of course, being produced by Tiger Electronics. They were already had a pretty bad reputation for those LCD games and how poorly they played, so they figured, why not try and compete with Nintendo in the 90s? Of course, Tiger's direct competition with Nintendo started when they released the R-Zone, which tried to mimic the surefire success of the Virtual Boy that Nintendo released. Yeah, that's kind of what we're dealing with here. And then in 1997, a full year before the Game Boy Color saw the day of light, Tiger released the Gamecom. Before we look at the system though, let's take a look at this box. And yes, I know it looks like it got ran over by a truck. It's in terrible condition. It actually kind of smells funny too. But for some stupid reason, this really bad Tiger handheld is insanely expensive on eBay for what it is. And getting one with the box for cheap is actually kind of rare, so honestly I'm not going to complain too much about it. Alright, so starting off on the front of the box, we have portable video gaming system with touchscreen technology and five built-in functions. Bonus includes lights out game cart. And here's a look at the system, and you know, on the front of the box it doesn't look so bad. I mean, it's a really terrible screen. Even by the picture they did here to like make it look better, but it honestly doesn't look like that bad of a system, to be honest. And look, the box even has a handle. See the Game Boy do that. On the sides it just says the same thing over and over again. And yes, like I said, this box is in terrible condition. I don't know what these stains are, but it's like I used disinfectant spray, disinfectant wipes, and while I've gotten some of the surface gunk on there, there's stuff like this that's just not gonna come out. And yeah, the sides of the box, not really telling you much more than what the front of the box did. But then we go to the back, and we got ourselves, everything else. The features: revolutionary touchscreen stylus interface, speech and state-of-the-art sound, internet and email access with optional modem cart, built-in organizer functions, phone book, calendar, and calculator, automatic high score save, 2 cartridge slots, built-in solitaire, and library of exciting game cartridges sold separately. Oh, and we can't forget the box is made out of recycled paper, environmentally friendly, requires 4 AA LR6 size batteries, not included. And then it shows all of the fun games you can have on here. You have lights out and calculator. But yeah, without further ado, let's crack this baby open. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, and it's not going to include everything that it originally came with, but we do have the system, we do have the plastic with a hole cut in it for some reason. I don't know about that. But yeah, let's get the system out of there. And you're gonna see underneath we have the instruction manual, which is interesting that it's in as good a shape as it is, considering the rest of the box. Alright, looking at the manual real quick, and as I said, considering the rest of the system, it's a surprise that this thing isn't actually as good of a shape as it is. And this table of contents, I don't quite understand why they printed it like this, why they used bold letters instead of just numbers. I don't know. And then you got your introduction, who cares, and then you got your system diagram, getting started, and then explanation of the features, which are pretty self-explanatory, let's be honest here. And yeah, it just goes over the system. It's an instruction manual. Alright, so let's get all that out of the way, and then we're gonna bring in the Gamecom. And while I have a majority of the Gamecom's very small library of games, the 2 games that this system came with on eBay, and that is the Tiger Originals Lights Out and Henry. Before we turn the system on, let's get a look at the physical features of the Gamecom. Starting off, we have the Tiger logo and Gamecom logo emblazoned on the front. That's pretty sick. And then in the center, the star of the show is the touchscreen. And then the speaker that allows you to play that amazing sound. On the left side here, we have this D-pad. Very floaty. Does not feel good. It's It definitely does not feel good at all. On this side, we have our A, B, C, and D face buttons, and immediately feeling it, it kind of feels like you're sticking your finger in like a vat of like chewed bubblegum. It definitely feels very mushy, does not feel very nice. Then you got your menu sound and pause buttons here. They feel slightly better than these face buttons, but not by much. And then on the bottom here, we have our stylus, which slides in and out and clicks in. It's pretty okay, actually. I kind of like this feature. On the bottom, we have ourselves a nice headphone jack. On this side, we have 2 cartridge slots, which I'm pretty sure the system does have 2 cartridge capabilities, but I've never tried it myself personally. On the top, we have ourselves an AC adapter, and we have ourselves a COM port with the cover still on it, which is pretty nice. And as far as I'm aware, the COM port really only allowed you to send emails and messages and stuff. Like, it really didn't have much internet capability if it did work. And then on this side, we have our standard contrast and volume sliders. Alright, and with fresh batteries in there and a fresh clock battery, we should have a wonderful time exploring the gamecom. Alright, and we want full volume for this because I'm told that those speakers are great and not what seems to be advertised.
Nope.
Hello, are we turning on?
Nope.
Hello? Please turn on. I promise this works. Give me 1 second. Alright, we got fresh batteries in here because the batteries in here apparently weren't so fresh. And data found, A to keep and B to clear. So let's keep. Screen's not so great. Is it the batteries maybe? Is it the contrast? Oh, there we go. Contrast. Okay. Alright, just to start, the refresh rate on the screen is absolutely atrocious despite how clear and pixelated it is. But let's get a look at some of these features, huh? Alright, now that we're up and running, let's take a look at the calendar, huh? Alright, and it looks like this calendar has not been updated since I last used it, even though I put a fresh clock battery in here. But you know what? That's okay. We're really not going to be using this thing that much, so let's just leave that. Phone book. Nice. The thing that kids always wanted. And there's nothing here. I'm pretty sure this was wiped. But yeah, this is just a contact list. You just put people's names and numbers in here. Not really that exciting, to be honest with you. And then calculator. Let's play calculator. It's a calculator that makes sound. So let's do 1 plus 2, 3. Beautiful. It works. And then we go to high score and solitaire 0. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Then we'll go to solitaire. Yeah. And there we go. Solitaire. It's solitaire. Yeah, it's besides being a touchscreen, you're not really finding anything too exciting on the widgets. It's more like a PDA rather than a game system, but I digress. Cartridges, let's tap that. Please insert cartridge. Okay, perfect. We can insert cartridges now. We can actually test games on this game system. Starting off, we'll play the game that's listed on the box, and that is Lights Out. Alright. Cartridge. Yes. We're gonna be playing Lights Out. Perfect. This is apparently one of the best games on the system.
Nope.
Wait, did it just restart in the middle of my game?
Nope.
What is going on here?
Nope.
Dude, are you serious right now? Does this not work? Does this game system not work?
Nope.
Dude, every time I move the system, it restarts. I've never had this problem before.
Nope. Nope.
And now it's just frozen. I'm leaving this uncut just to show you that it just quit on me. It seriously just quit on me. Are you serious? Lights Out broke my game. I was actually trying to give this thing the benefit of the doubt, but this thing's not even in bad shape. Like there's no corrosion on the battery terminals. The clock, like I said, the batteries that I just put in there are fresh. The clock battery is still good. The system's in overall like good condition. So like, I insert lights out and it just breaks. It's not like I inserted the cartridge wrong or anything, because it physically won't let you. You have to put it in like that. And I did that, and it broke. Oh my gosh. All right. I don't have another gamecom. I can't continue this review. There is literally no way for me to continue this review. My gamecom's actually broken. But let me try and take out the batteries and try this again. All right. Okay, we're good. All right. Data found. There. Data found.
Nope.
Clear the data. Look, and I'm gonna show you it's not the batteries either, because look, those are in there, and I know you're not supposed to mix batteries. It's very bad, but these were the only batteries, AA's I had on hand, and they're not loose or anything. They are perfectly. Not only are they perfectly good batteries, but they're also perfectly in there. They're not loose or nothing. They're good. So Lights Out actually broke. It's broken. It actually broke my gamecom. Like how that capture card almost broke my Wii. Well, that's it. That's the gamecom. It doesn't want to work. It doesn't even want to play games. This game console broke trying to play a video game. Alright, well, I guess that's this video. Thank you guys for watching, I guess. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. Let me know down below what you think. Give me suggestions for videos. I appreciate the feedback. Anyways, my name's been Rogue Orange, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.